welcome to my pick a card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here today with a pick a card reading for you. To my returning subscribers, to all of my beautiful new subscribers, thank you guys so much for all of your beautiful comments below my readings this month. I will be drawing my name this week, so be sure to drop your comment if you haven't done so already. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to drop your comment below. I do offer a chance for my subscribers to win a free tarot reading as a thank you for your support and your presence here on this channel. All you have to do is drop your comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit your notification bell for your chance to win. And be sure to hit your notification bell because I have had difficulty in the past having my winners reach out to me, and I will comment below your comment letting you know that you are the winner and giving you clear indications on how to reach out to me. So be sure to hit your notification bell in case you are chosen the winner. But for today's pick a card topic, we're looking at who is coming towards you in love. So what type of movement in love can you expect? Who is coming towards you? What type of relationship will this be? We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 here with the yellow flower and the Knight of Cups. Pile number 2 with the white flower and the Knight of Wands. Pile number 3 with the red flower and the Knight of Pentacles. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, it's all about who is coming towards you in love. Pile 1. Hello, pile 1. You are drawn to the yellow flower and to the Knight of Cups here, and this is your reading. Who is coming towards you in love in the near future? The Knight of Cups can definitely indicate water energy coming towards you. Somebody really creative, somebody really good looking as well. It's just traditionally good looking features. But it's like, even though they're really good looking, there could be some vulnerability that is lingering underneath the surface of some of that really abundant energy. This is somebody who's going to be very romantic with you. This could be somebody who is going to have a very traditional sort of sense of style when it comes to how they apply to you for instance, like when they ask you out, they're just going to be traditional about it. Maybe there will be flowers involved, or maybe they'll just be very cliched with how they proceed. I feel like this person doesn't have a lot of experience maybe in love, so maybe they don't have a lot of exes, which is a really good thing too. And I feel like they've been sitting upon an offer or something, because they're showing me the spring, and it's like everything's just everything's in motion all the time, but this spring is just making us go up and down, up and up, up and down. So there's somebody who's like preparing something. It's like they're trying to give themselves the courage to reach out to you, the courage to express how they really feel. I do feel like this is somebody that you already know, somebody that perhaps is already in your life in some way. So let's take a look here. Who is coming towards you in love? Pile 1. They're talking about the Wheel of Fortune now, actually. Knight of Wands with the 8 of Swords. Fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And this person has held back. Like, they are currently watching you. They're currently really interested, and they have been holding back for fear of what you'll say. This person presents themselves as very high energy, or someone who really, they present themselves as somebody who has a lot of confidence, but I don't feel like they have that confidence. That's why I just picked up on this vulnerability. I don't think they have the confidence that they project in the world. So this could be somebody as well who's really funny, or who is always trying to make people laugh. They are often the center of attention. And just a really good looking person too, like just physically good looking. But that doesn't seem to be enough to give them the confidence that they need in this case when it comes to you. There's the King of Cups. Very emotional person. They definitely could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They've tried to ignore the feelings that they've had for you, but they can't. Because when they turn their gaze towards the emotion that they feel towards you, it prompts them to act. And then they have to face their fear. They have to face the worry. This is somebody very creative. They could even have some type of skill, like they could draw really well or paint really well. Like, there's just something creative about them, maybe even musically. Creativity comes in so many different forms. We have the 6 of Swords. And to be honest with you, I feel like this person has already developed really intense feelings for you. And that's why the expression feels like it has so much weight connected to it. Even if you guys haven't dated before, they have already convinced themselves that, yeah, it's like they've convinced themselves that you might be the one for them. They've convinced themselves of opportunity with you. And the truth is that for someone watching, this could be the one for you. If I'm honest, there's a beautiful collaboration coming in between the two of you in this next relationship. And I do feel like maybe if they're really insecure, there's also a twin flame energy of a lot of parallels between how you feel versus how they feel about themselves. So it's like you find a lot of camaraderie with this person. Page of Swords in the Tower, and they're watching right now. It's like, and the Tower, I don't feel like an upheaval. I don't feel like they're involved with anybody else, to be honest with you. Despite the fact that we have the Ten of Pentacles here, the Tower, these are all just secondary energies. I feel like they're competing for the fresh beginning. It's like they're trying to build themselves up with the courage to express themselves to you. And they're watching, they're waiting for the perfect moment to approach. They're waiting to see how they're going to be received by you. And Spirit says, don't ignore this opportunity. Spring into action, I just heard. Spring into action. Don't ignore this opportunity. This person is like commitment potential, and they are also like father figure, mother figure potential. Now we're dealing with divine masculine energy, but it's all about energy. It has nothing to do with gender. So whatever relates to your circumstances, they're talking about divine masculine energy. So for ease of execution, I will say they'll make a good father figure. And you know what's interesting is that I just got this message of this will be a good boyfriend for someone. Like they're a good boyfriend, but they'll make an even better life partner. There's just this evolution of growth and transition. They're not in their final form yet. They're showing me a Pokemon. So they're not in their final form yet. And they're going to be a good boyfriend, but they're going to be an excellent partner to you. That's where their true gifts lie or something. It is in commitments with this person. And this could be the gateway for you, Pile 1, into something really profound, into permanent change. And that can sort of instill a certain amount of insecurity too. It's like, because Spirit says, be careful what you wish for. If you're looking for permanent change, you may just find it in this next love chapter. They're really encouraging you not to ignore it. They keep going back to that. Yeah, there's the Hierophant. I just heard mummy, and there is a mummy here, but I feel like it's in reference to motherhood or children. So please take that as it resonates. I don't feel like they have children at this time, but I feel like they could make the divine feminine a parent in the future if we decide to go down that pathway. The Hierophant is also about institutions like education, government, marriage. You could be currently working with this person at this moment or worked with them in the past, but this is more so where the potential is lying. Even your higher self is coming forward saying, I know something you don't about this next chapter for you. And I don't want to let you in on all of the details because you might not embrace the journey 100%, but there's a lot of potential here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And they speak about sweet results that await you. And looking at things from a higher perspective, because she looks like she's going to the opera and she's got one of those monocle things, one of those binoculars, and Spirit shows you sitting up in one of the booths on the side. So you're looking at things from above, and that's what they're asking you to do for this next love cycle. They don't necessarily want you to kind of rush to the commitment mindset. They want you to embrace the journey, but they want to let you know that if you've been struggling, if you've been frustrated in love, that wait is coming to a close for you. I also do feel, though, that the divine feminine might hold back a little bit because of old attachments or old baggage. And instead, Spirit's like, just surrender to it. For some, being asked to surrender is like a huge request from Spirit, because maybe you've surrendered before and you felt like you were kicked while you were down. And so it's like, if you're being asked to surrender, you feel like you're being asked to give up some type of independence and you're holding on so strictly to that independence. But you reap what you sow, and they're talking about very positive aspects. And all of these fear mentalities that are coming in are coming from the ego, keeping you chained to a certain past. But this is signaling change. This is signaling changes in your life, new emotional beginnings, new emotional starts with this person. This is a very, very positive reading for you, Pile 1. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And you know what? Not only is this person sensitive and creative, but they are loyal. This is a loyal person. I almost feel like they came from some type of strict religious upbringing. I'm getting a message about that for someone, so take that as it resonates. That's what instilled this sense of endurance, loyalty, commitment cycles, and they are loyal almost maybe to a fault sometimes, almost to a fault. We have the Page of Swords again with the Chariot. There is an education connection for someone watching too. I'm looking at two students, so there's like this education surrounding the two of you. So you may, again, institutions were involved in the two of you meeting in some way, whether it be a church, a school, at home, or in the career realm. So you could have been students with this person. As I said, they're not in their final form, but their final form is going to be beautiful. Like they're not just in a physical way, but just this is commitment material. This is somebody reliable. This is somebody who's going to be there to support you and to offer you a certain amount of security too. You're not going to worry about them roaming. You're not going to worry about them not losing feelings for you. There's a sense of security that's coming in for the Divine Feminine. And that's part of the message that your higher self wants to implement towards you, so that you don't ignore the opportunity, so that you are intrigued enough to take advantage, and in the very least, intrigued enough to just go out and give it a shot, to sort of enjoy your time, to go out with them, to have fun. They're talking about groups of people, you know, even concerts, things like that. Give it a fair shake is what Spirit is encouraging you to do. They also want to advocate for the fact that you have freedom of choice. And they're never going to force you down one path that you don't want to go down, of course. They feel the fear inside of you. And they're talking about a haunted house. So again, baggage from the past that could make you feel unworthy or unable to move forward at this time, because you're carrying the weight of the world, but it's not yours to carry, and it's time to release it. And the courageous peony, let yourself be seen, unique nature. Not only is this person having to tap into their courage in order to express themselves and let their feelings be seen, this is also going to trigger and prompt you to do the same for different reasons, for different triggers, but the exact same lesson. We have here, I'm sorry, defensiveness, writing past wrongs, and uprooting. And ultimately, that's what Spirit wants for you, for the Divine Feminine. They want you to move into a healing cycle, to offer forgiveness to yourself and others so that you are free. That's all they want that forgiveness for, is so that you are free. Free of self-limiting thoughts, free of a lack of abundant mindset, so that you can go towards what you truly deserve, which is security and a sense of belonging in your relationships. This feels like this person's going to act soon as well. And again, you already know them. Who's coming towards pile number 1 in love, please? You've had your eyes on each other. Like, you guys have been watching each other. We have Refuge. We also have the Tower energy. And what I love about that is the Tower, it's, you know, it's touted as a destructive force, and it can definitely be related in tarot in that way. A lot of times it talks about upheaval, which this does represent, because we're not going back to yesterday. Whatever yesterday was, we're going forward into something more abundant. The Tower also speaks about a solid build with effort, and it's going to be your refuge. It's going to be a place where you can both express yourselves, both feel safe, both feel like you can make mistakes. And we have the Truth. And what I love about the Tower as well is it's filled with epiphanies, and it's filled with realities. And oftentimes when we finally get through the passage, when we're finally safely on the other side, we have a better understanding of why we went through certain struggles and obstacles in the past. So lots of abundance for you. What can you tell me about this person, please? Who's coming towards pile number 1 in love? The Flag. And the flag is sitting at the top of the mountain, but it says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. And in this case, Spirit says this is not lowering your standards, but you may be tempted to hold back and ignore the opportunity because of helplessness. We have here obstacles to overcome, the hills. But underneath or back behind those hills are the beautiful sunrise. This is just the beginning. And I do feel like the Divine Feminine feels the necessity to shield or defend herself here, because there's something tying you down from the past, feeling tied down and frustrated. but you're in this, they're calling, they're saying you're molting right now. This situation, this opportunity, it's like somebody who's going to help you molt, somebody that's going to help you change, help you to feel better about the things that you experienced in the past. I also get the sense that you may be slightly younger than this person, but I don't feel like it's by very much, if I'm honest. Who is coming towards you in love, please, for pile number 1? We have here the change of seasons. I love that for you, pile 1. And all is connected. They want you to surrender to the change. She's holding on to the spider web. Again, a reminder that we weave our own destiny and spirit will never force it. But that if we surrender, it's like what we're being shown at the beginning of this connection is not the full story or the full spectrum of where this is carrying us. Because it's acting as a way for us to pull up our anchor from wherever we feel like we've been emotionally stranded. And it is sparking this change, this clarity as well over the past and what has created all of that turbulence. Lots and lots of abundance for you, pile 1. You chose an excellent pile if you were drawn to this pile. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. There's the death cycle. The 10 of Pentacles keeps coming up for you. I'm telling you, there could be commitment cycles here as well. I feel like in the past there is this fear of like not having support and not wanting to resurface that emotion, like not wanting to experience that again, about a lack of support, somebody who didn't give you what you desired or needed in the past. But we're moving forward from that and we're moving into something much more supportive, much more secure. I feel like this person is going to be working their way up in their career as well to create a lot of stability. It could be somebody that works like with their hands a lot or is very practical in their job, could be working outside in some way too. We have the letter N, we have a blank card, and we have the butterfly of transformation. For the divine feminine, healing. This new cycle in love is signaling new healing for you, the hand of Hamza. We do have the world here with a big mark through it, so I think about unfinished cycles. And we have domestic energy with the rolling pin. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it did, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the white flower and to the Knight of Wands, and this is your reading. Who is coming towards you in love? Now, this Knight of Wands is riding like a hobby horse. It's got wheels as well. There's something very youthful and energetic. This person's very playful, I feel like. Some might look at them and say, well, they're kind of immature, but it's like they're young at heart. They're like a kid at heart. So even if they're not very young, they're still this kid at heart. They're very playful. They're very energetic about their approach. There's something very adventurous about this person too. You can even see on his rods are actually a bunch of marshmallows. It's like camping. So I'm getting this image of like fire and camping, but like liking to travel. And somebody perhaps who has traveled very minimalistically, I suppose is the way I want to put it. It's like they don't have a lot of money perhaps to travel, but they travel anyway. They're filled with life. They're filled with life. I feel like they're a very good humored type of person. So let's take a look here and see who is coming towards you in love. There's also a lot of physical attraction with this person. They perhaps like to express themselves in a very physical way. King of Wands coming out. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius potentially. I'm really feeling Sagittarius for them. Four of Pentacles. And as I said, I feel like they've got a lot of goals in their life, but they don't have a lot of coin to back it up in this present moment. So this is the type of person that perhaps works for a while and then spends their money while they're traveling. Like they like to be on the move. They've got a lot of goals. And some of these goals could actually be, sorry, I just lost a card. It completely disappeared. It was the King of Cups. Some of these goals are towards doing something creative in their job, being their own boss as well. I don't feel like they've made it there yet of being their own boss. But whatever job they're currently working, they've got different goals. They're not, I don't want to say they're unsatisfied there, because truthfully, I think this person's so good humored, they don't really focus on negativity. But they've got dreams and goals that do not sort of align with the collective expectation. You can see the King of Cups here sitting on a sailboat. Somebody, again, who really loves travel. And they may have an exclusive, like a lot of extensive travel experience. We have the Page of Swords and we have the Hermit. And they don't have like traditional education. So they may not have been somebody who took secondary, like they may not have gone to university, for instance, or college, because they have street smarts, is what I'm hearing. I feel like they started some type of course, and I feel like it's almost like they started something that their dad really wanted them to do, and then they quit. It's like they dropped out. They could be somebody who dropped out of college, for instance, to travel and really sort of solitary travel. But this is the type of person that makes friends wherever they go. They're also speaking about this person burning down bridges when it comes to familial expectations and just stepping outside of the norm in some way when it comes to their plans and their focus. This might be the type of person that likes the idea of like living in a tiny home, you know, that's on wheels, that can be in motion. And that's why they're showing this Chariot. It's like, I don't like to solidify myself in one place. I like movement. I did just hear ADHD, so that could really relate to them or to some of their energy. We have the Nine of Wands. We also have here the Five of Wands and the King of Pentacles. And I want to clarify this as I go forward here. I will say this person is very competitive when it comes to certain things like sports. There's just a competitive spirit inside of them. And they would extend that competitive streak to like everything that they do. It's like if they're standing with their friend and they're both drinking a beer or something, they would chug it and see who could drink it first. Like they have a competitive streak in them. And I just heard they got that from their dad. But they apply it in very different ways. And the thing is that I feel like this person has so much potential that all of the naysaying that people in their life may apply to their goals, especially in career, they're going to prove them all wrong. I feel like they have a lot of earning potential for the future. Yeah, they have a lot of earning potential for the future. The King of Pentacles here twice. You have the Eight of Swords. But I feel in the present, when you meet them, they may not have a lot of money, and that's okay. Again, they're work in progress. We have the Judgment. The Knight of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. We also have the Devil in the back of the deck, Capricorn, and the Four of Swords. Now, what's interesting here about this person's competitive streak is that it does come from a place of insecurity that I feel like it was instilled again by, there's an emphasis on the father figure here for this person coming forward towards you. It's almost like they're doing things in spite of what they were taught as kids, in spite of what their dad's expectations are. They're just emphasizing the father figure for some reason. And this has made them restless when they think about becoming a father figure themselves. It's like they're on the fence about thinking that they want to have children or not at this point in their life. That could change and shift with experience and with time. As I said, I feel like this person has a lot of youthful energy associated with it. And they have a competitive streak because they do compare themselves to other people quite a bit. There's just something about that. I feel like they have a really quick, sharp wit, though. Because they've experienced a lot of different people. They've picked up on a lot of other nuanced energy surrounding humor. And they have a very sharp wit as well. But I'm also getting a message that with this wit, sometimes they'll stick their foot in their mouth and they will offend people. Yeah, it's like they offend people sometimes with their wit, but they're very quick to apologize as well. I feel like this could be a point of contention for you or frustration for you if it's like embarrassing in a public forum. It's just like instances where they think they're being really hilarious when you're feeling embarrassed by what they're saying because they're sticking their foot in their mouth in some sort of capacity. Who is coming towards you in love? And there's the Star. Now, Spirit is not showing me commitment cycles in this spread. Now, this is a near future spread, and the future is mutable. So they're not showing me commitment cycles in this spread. However, we have here fear, worries, tense situations with the dagger. And in the future, we do have this Nine of Wands with the Seven of Swords of somebody making amends after frustrating experiences sometimes. We have here a goal-oriented person. And karma, you will reap what you sow. It's almost like a needle in a haystack, and we have taking a vacation physically or mentally. And so that's truthfully what I feel like they have to contend with, is this belief of like, if I work now and travel now, I'm going to have to pay for that down the road. Or it's like there's just this fear about their abundance in the future. And I don't think that they consider that in the present moment, but honestly, I don't feel like they have anything to worry about anyway, because the exuberance of their actions or the exuberance of their energy is going to bring them to a very positive place in their financial future. They're a very fiery person, and I feel like the two of you are going to be very physically attracted to each other. We have here the Nine of Cups. Sometimes their belief system, the path that they walk, will create a little bit of smug energy in them as well. But it almost feels like you're going to crush hard on this person. It's like there's just something very appealing about them, very alluring. Sometimes despite your better judgment, because sometimes they're going to frustrate you, but you're still going to be really attracted to them in that moment. It says fulfillment, harmony, and protection. And we have the Search, feeling lost, confused, and lonely. This could be from your perspective in this moment. And that's why Spirit says if you're feeling that way in the present moment, you actually have a lot of abundance coming in for you in your next love cycle here. We have eternal love on the back of the deck, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. And they specifically mentioned that I don't see commitment cycles here. They showed me that there's no commitment cycles, and yet that's the potential Spirit wants us to understand that we have access to. This Four of Pentacles is something that we're embracing. It's part of a build. It's part of a foundational build. And so we get to direct wherever our focus is. We get to choose if we're going to continue to build it or if we're going to throw in the towel at any point. So for some watching, this could lead to commitment cycles for you. We have challenges. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. And I can't deny that there could be some frustration when it comes to forward-facing momentum. And that could be where the frustration comes in for you, is in commitment cycles. Because the Knight of Wands here, you know, maybe there's insecurity with commitment cycles. Maybe there's insecurity about feeling tied down. I almost feel like this person was raised by a single dad. And they're like raging against that experience. Trust. You need to have trust in your relationship in order for it to flourish. And that could be where some of the frustrations come in, is because with the Nine of Wands, with the Seven of Swords, there's no certainty, and perhaps this person won't give you the certainty of commitments in the future. And so it's going to require some faith and some trust on your part. We have intensity, though. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows on the back of that deck. Who is coming towards you in love? And you can see that this looks like a wedding photo as well. And the Divine Masculine is holding on to a timepiece. There's a watch on his wrist. So timing could be a factor here when it comes to commitments. It could frustrate the Divine Feminine, perhaps. We do have the Gardener, and we have Under My Umbrella, and a Mermaid's Love. So somebody who's going to hold you down and be dependable. Now, Under My Umbrella, this person has crawled up this huge red bird to offer it protection, even if the bird is going to turn around and snap at him. So this person is going to be there for you when you need them to be there for you. The Gardener, I often think about the Hermit, and I think about the Seven of Pentacles, about we reap what we sow. And there's something about being outdoors, being earthy, camping. I don't know why they keep showing me camping, but there's something about this person having spent a lot of time, again, solo traveling. I almost feel like, again, there was some point where they almost tried to like live off the land for a couple of days or something. They're just they've got a lot of passion, and they've got a lot of creativity, and they've got a lot of energy, and they like to learn a lot of things. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. Who is coming towards you in love? We have the Two of Cups. Relationship forming, a relationship. Oh, we've got 4 today. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. And we have the Nine of Swords. I can't deny and say that there won't be a little bit of frustration in the future here, but Spirit says it can be temporary. There's a feeling of restlessness or uncertainty or feeling like you have competition at times, and there could be overthinking associated with that. I also feel like that could be coming from the Divine Masculine's energy, that they may be the jealous type when it comes to you communicating with other people. And that could be where they sort of stick their foot in their mouth as well, in moments when they feel triggered. And like moments when they don't feel seen or they feel ignored, this person doesn't like that. We have WP. We do have a fawn, and it's hesitating. I think about children. Again, hesitating to have children, perhaps. We have here the Chain of Events, Capricorn. We have the World, Marble, and we have the Double-Edged Razor. All right, pile number 2. That's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out the link for Etsy for a personal reading. And I just hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you have a great week. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the Red Flower and to the Knight of Pentacles, and this is your reading. Who is coming towards you in love? What can you expect? Now, this Knight of Pentacles is reliable. He's riding on this little hobby horse. And there's something about determination. There's something about hard working energy as well. And like hope for the future. Like there's just this feeling about planting positive seeds. Somebody very reliable. Somebody steadfast. Like this isn't maybe not the type of person that's going to be up and down emotionally. They're very steadfast. It's like what you see is what you get with this person, which is kind of refreshing. I also get this message about empowerment and how this next phase for connection could be for your empowerment or for you in some way. It feels like this person as well. I'm just grabbing a different deck here. It feels like this person as well. It's like you're their focus all the time. It's like I just keep hearing you're their hobby. It's like you're the hobby that they have. Who is coming towards pile number 3 in love, please? Who is coming forward? We have the Fool. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. To be honest with you, I don't feel like the Divine Feminine is going to be very... I feel like you're going to feel like it's a risk to jump in with this person. It's like logically in your mind, they don't tick all the right boxes for you or for what you think your goals are. But a lot of this resistance is not actually coming from this person or what they have to offer. It's coming from, honestly, drawing from an empty cup of experiences or feeling like we have some emotional baggage that's coming in. So it's made you a little bit jaded, you know, and we all get like that. It makes you a little bit guarded with your heart space, very protective of it. Out of necessity, I hear, though. You're the Nine of Cups. And there's this like fear of like, if something seems too good to be true, is it? Is it too good to be true? We have the Queen of Wands. We have all the queens out. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. We just don't have the Queen of Pentacles here. Here's the Two of Wands, and here's the Four of Swords. They also showed me the Ace of Wands very quickly here. And they're talking about your lower chakras and lighting them up. Lighting up your lower chakras. There's a wake-up call here or an awakening that's coming in with this next cycle. With this Two of Wands, they have one foot up and one foot down. So there's this feeling of hesitation coming in as well. They're going to pick up on that and they may hesitate to make the offer, or it's like there's just, it's almost like they have to prove themselves or something before you feel confident or comfortable leaping into it. But Spirit is actually encouraging you to take that leap of faith despite having this empty bucket as well. This person is going to fill it up for you. And now we have this Queen of Cups in the center of your reading holding on to the White Rose of Hope. Having a cup of tea because she's healing. She's surrendering to it. There's the King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. And you know, I said this actually in pile 1, that this person is not their final form when you meet them. There could be longevity associated with this next love cycle for you, because all of a sudden Spirit says if we take this leap of faith, you're going to be rewarded with this king. You're actually going to be rewarded with this king. It's like they're going to prove themselves worthy of you. They're going to prove themselves to be dependable. I just heard they've been there. It's like they've been where you've been. We have the Three of Cups. And again, they keep emphasizing empowerment for you and how this person's going to be your cheering squad. It's like they're going to be your biggest fan. Spirit says that there's going to be a flirtation cycle that opens up very soon for you, pile 3. And they're talking about the internet playing a big role here. So you could maybe be online perhaps. Or there will be a lot of communication via text. And they're saying that this might start in sort of a friendship, or in an illusion. It's like an illusion of friendship. It's not actually friendship even from the start, but you may say, okay, well, we'll just be friends. Like you might try to keep that boundary in place, but this person's going to very quickly set themselves apart from other people. They're culturally different, or they're religiously different. There's some sort of difference between the two of you, but that doesn't have to equal anything negative. That's very positive, actually. They're also talking about October and Libra being significant for the Divine Feminine, so you could be a Libra perhaps. There's a very strong friendship aspect here, and I feel like this person's already has a big crush on you. You may already know this person, because I feel like you already know this person. They have a big crush on you. They've been biding their time in communication with you up to this point, trying to prove themselves. And they put you up on a pedestal. And there also is this feeling about putting this person up on a pedestal and not wanting them to fall from it. Like this may be the example of the one person in the world who's never actually hurt you. And they're like, what happens if I give in and then they hurt me? It's like, then what do I do with that sense of loss? But we have the Fool starting, we have the Fool ending your reading. Here is the Strength, Leo energy. Page of Swords. We're showing the Tower as well. So there is this feeling about tapping into strength for the Divine Feminine to be able to include yourself in this next cycle. I feel like there's a friendship here in presently. If it hasn't already happened, it already isn't instigated, it's going to happen very soon. And they're speaking about like a time frame within the next, like they're even showing 3, 6, 9 months here. But I feel like you're already kind of invested in some type of friendship with this person, and they may make their move within that time period where they're going to really, through a increase or influx of flirtation, try to make themselves known to you. I feel like they're going to take sort of a passive approach when it comes to actually asking you out, but I also feel your heart space softening for them. Even if you're like scared about it, even if you're like raging against it, it's like your heart space melts around this person because they have shown themselves or are showing themselves to be very reliable at this time, and that is going to continue. It's like you have been kept waiting for something like this, and now's your time. Like your time is coming, your time is here, and now will be your time. Again, they are speaking specifically about the next 3, 6, or 9 months. Those are the time frames that Spirit is giving me right now, and that's going to be different for each person that's watching because of the collective reading that we're doing. But they are green lighting this. They keep saying leap of faith, leap of faith. They're taking a leap of faith towards you just as much as you'll feel like you're taking a leap of faith towards them. Because they also have fear. They're also tapping into strength. It's like they're watching, they're waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and they're afraid that you're going to say no. And it's like they're afraid that they're going to lose their friend if they act, even though they know that there are solutions here. So this is all about sort of epiphanies and bringing their truth to the surface and making that plan. But they're afraid to speak because if they do, they can't take it back if you say no. If you cut their head off, if you disappointment, they can't take it back, and then they have to feel the weight of that in this relationship or in this friendship. But Spirit's encouraging you to take that leap of faith. And they only bring forward that message because they worry that because you have such a shield across your heart right now, and rightfully so, that you may not allow yourself to take the leap. But if you're drawing from an empty cup, this could be the person that will help you get there. We have you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. the arrow. And it doesn't feel like this is going to be a fast connection where we run to the altar or anything, but I feel like this person has dependability, they have reliability. There's endurance here. And with time and investment, you may end up in a commitment cycle. Time to go out and have fun with the grapes. June being significant. And we have the Three of Cups. Again, I feel like you've already spent time with this person in a group type setting or in a friendship type capacity. But you're going to be finally stepping into a new experience after feeling hollow, feeling empty, feeling like something is lacking in your life in the present moment. Because this is an excellent change for the better. And if you have a lack of focus about where you're headed or where your goals are taking you, I think that this person has a clear focus on where they're going. I don't feel like this person has any inclination towards, owning their own business or anything, but it's like they're dedicated to go to work and to build a life and to, maybe build a family in the future. They're not there yet, but they will evolve to that position here. They are commitment material. They're just not commitment material yet, and they're going to evolve right there along with you. But this is a wonderful transformation, a change for the better. So Spirit says, in the very least, take a small vacation from the shield that you have around your heart, even for a time being. They're also speaking about the two of you going on vacation together, traveling together. We have Yin. And I love this card because this card speaks about the divine feminine just being this open vessel of change and just waiting for the blessings to pour down into that cup. That's all you have to do here, is just sort of wait for surrender to the blessing, surrender to the attraction, surrender to the flirtation that perhaps is happening right now with this person, because this is fated to be. I love that for you, Pile 3. And we have by the book. I love that too. You were drawn to the Knight of Pentacles, and the 11 is like justice. It's a doorway. If we walk through it, this could take us all the way. This could lead us through the dryness of this desert. It could fulfill our thirst. They're also talking about past life connection associated with this person, which is why perhaps you have such an easy rapport with them right off the bat. But this is a beautiful aspect because in the very least, this person's position in your life or their approach to you, or it's like their position in your life is to help you to turn your gaze towards healing so that you no longer feel so guarded when it comes to being vulnerable in love and in life. But ultimately, there could be a lot more waiting for you in the future of this connection as well. By the book, somebody who is very family oriented as well. Who is coming towards you in love? Please for pile number 3. We have here the weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. I do feel like this person coming forward towards you in love is also somebody who would take on the weight of the world from you. It's like they would carry it willingly for you if it meant that you don't have to carry it. We have the great severing, Mars, anger, conflict, and softening to love. And I felt that. It's like your heart space is melting for this person. It's like maybe they were friends, maybe you're flirting a little bit more now, and now there's going to be an offer within some of that flirtation. We have here, stop, embrace winter, the great cosmic womb, the void. And that's what they want you to do, is just embrace this moment, this flirtation cycle that you may find yourself in right now or very, very soon, like very soon. Spirit, and it could be happening online. They want you to stop and embrace the opportunity. Don't concern yourself with what has happened in the past. Don't concern yourself with what is coming in the future. None of that exists. All that exists is right now, and this opportunity and this fated union and this ability to fill up that cup. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3. Who is coming towards pile number 3 in love? 5 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 3 of Swords. And what's competing with this new relationship is heartbreak, is disappointment, and not wanting to experience that again. It's like we feel restless, we feel challenged, and we feel determined to fight for ourselves or to fight for something. But we're also being asked in this opportunity to fight for ourselves in a way, because once we surrender to the new connection, we are releasing that old energy and that old pain, which is just temporary. I feel like someone is still reeling from a breakup. Divine Feminine is still reeling from a breakup. We have attraction and the key or the lock. So they're keeping a secret about their attraction for you right now. but I don't think they're doing a very good job of it. I think the flirtation between the two of you is pretty palpable. We have R and K. We have the dolphin with a ball. So I think of friendship, and I think of a great laugh, and I think of exuberance and joy. We have a little girl on a bicycle. So decisions we're making for children or because of things that happened in our youth. But we also have this horse that looks like it's trotting. So there's this feeling about steadfast energy. We have Taurus, dependable. We have the Star of Aquarius for the divine feminine. And we do have, it's like a wrench in our plans, but it's a positive wrench because it's next to the fishbones reverse, which is the Ten of Swords reverse, because now there's forgiveness cycles, new beginnings, fresh starts. That kind of puts a wrench in the plans of the divine feminine, who's kind of holding really steadfast to this guard or this wall around her heart. So it's a positive thing. It's a positive wrench. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Please drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell if you do so. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and I hope that you come back here at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.